Hello, and welcome back to Rabbit Reads. Now, before we get started on Chapter 24, Planning for Murder, I wanted to take a moment and discuss where exactly we are in the story. As I said, we are on Chapter 24 out of, I believe, 30. Yes, Chapter 24 out of 30. So what that means is we are nearing the end of Skulduggery Pleasant, the first book anyway. And I would like to know if any of you would like me to start either the second book of Skulduggery Pleasant or start an entirely new book and just go from there. Either way, that's something for you to tell me in the comments, and please do. And without further ado, we start Chapter 24, Planning for Murder. Mr. Bliss stood in the palm of the grasping rock and watched Serpine approach. The grasping rock was shaped like a massive upturned hand jutting from the peak of the mountain, fingers curled as if reaching for the sun in the blood-red sky. Serpine climbed into the palm with ease, and Bliss bowed slightly. Serpine, for his part, merely smiled. "Do you have it?" Bliss asked.
"Luckily for you, yes."
"Luckily for me?"
"My dear Mr. Bliss, if I had gone down to those caves and emerged without the scepter, where would that have left you? You would be standing in one of those cages in the sanctuary's gaol, powerless, awaiting judgment. Instead, you are here, standing with me, on the verge of a new world. Be thankful."
"You seem to forget that if you had emerged with nothing, you'd be in the cage next to me." Serpine looked at him. A short time ago, they would have been equals, but not now. "My master," Bliss finished respectfully, inclining his head. Serpine smiled again, turned his back to him, looking out through the curled fingers of the rock and down at the valley below them.
Is it as powerful as the scholars have imagined?"
Bliss asked.
"What the scholars have imagined pales in comparison to the reality. No one can stop us now."
"The elders?" Bliss said. Serpine turned his head.
"I have a plan to deal with the elders. They are nothing if not predictable, and they will die because of it. Meritorious himself will crumble to dust. Nothing can stand in our way."
"The elders may be predictable," Bliss responded, "but that is not a trait Skulduggery Pleasant shares with them. He's cunning, powerful, and very, very dangerous."
"Don't concern yourself with the detective. I also have a plan to deal with him."
"Oh?"
"Skulduggery Pleasant has always had one weakness. He forms attachments to people who are very easily killed. In the past it was his wife and child. Now it is this girl that is with him. This Valkyrie Kane. He's only a threat to us if he is thinking clearly. You know as well as I do that once he becomes angry, his judgment is clouded."
"So what are you going to do?"
"I have already done it, Bliss. I have sent someone to cloud his judgment. In less than an hour, Valkyrie Kane will be dead, and Skulduggery Pleasant will trouble us no longer."
So be that as a short chapter, and this video probably short to go along with it, mainly because doing that Serpine voice doesn't do wonders for my throat. It would seem that Serpine has figured out Skulduggery's weakness, and that would in turn be Valkyrie Kane, or Stephanie, or whatever the heck you want to call her at this point. And that's not good for the detective, or Stephanie, or anyone involved. So, I don't exactly know what's going to happen next, because it's been forever since I read this book. But we are along for the ride. So, until then, thank you guys so much for listening to this one. If you liked it, you know what to do. Keep things crazy, and I'll see all of you in the next one.